Hey everybody, how are you doing? So welcome to my channel. And during this stream, we are going to be running, well, I'm going to be running some 20-minute timers up here. And during that 20 minutes, you can be productive in any way that you need to be. Whether it is petting your needy dog today, uh, Kona is right here. I gave her a bath yesterday and she was angry at me. So I guess now today is pets and cuddle and be with me mom time. But I hope to get a little bit more editing in and possibly study up on some more agents and query them. So yeah, let's get started maybe. Shannon made friends with a like button. Thank you. And I do have the AuthorTube playlist for live streams for today, but here is Shannon's stream as well. She is running a live stream at just the same time as I am. I think she actually goes an hour longer. I think she does 3 hour sprints. Pretty sure she does 3 hour sprints. But here is the live stream that is going on right now over on Shanna's channel. If you want to do some stream hopping, yes, my hair is all gone. It was time to donate it. The ends were getting a little rough, and I wanted to make sure that I donated it before it got any worse so that they could use the majority of my hair. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. It's so good to see you, Eva. And thank you for commenting on my Substack post as well. Made me feel really good. All right. I need some more coffee. I think I've only had one sip. But let's go ahead and get started, shall we? And I am sorry, or I do apologize about coughing. Yesterday I was out and I planted a little bit, and so for those of you that may not know, depending on where you are, potting soil and all the soils and stuff that you can get in bags from like Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever, they are fairly dry. So whenever you pour them out or start playing with them, there's a lot of dirt that gets stirred up and you end up breathing that in. I tend to wet the soil that I'm pouring out of the bag while it's kind of still in the bag, but they pack them so tight these days that I can't really do that. So when I poured it out, I wet it, but I didn't wet it enough. So I ended up breathing a lot of that in, plus just being outside with pollen, and pollen and me never get along. So yeah, that's the reason why you might hear me kind of hacking and stuff, and I do apologize for that. Anyway, let's get started. Don't forget to hydrate. Don't forget to get some noms if you have some rumblies and the tumblies. And don't forget to stretch if you have already been sitting around for a while. And let's get started in 3, 2, 1, get going. Alrighty, how did everybody do on that one? I always forget. This is what I get for watching videos while I am looking at stuff. But yeah, let's see. Kind of refresh my memory on what I want to do for a video for today because I'm a slacker and haven't done anything. But yeah. Didn't get much accomplished. So upcoming, I'm going to do a video about more about the Carolina Writing Workshop, particularly one of the panels that I went to called, I think it was the 10 evergreen rules that you need to go by in order to be a writer. And of course, my OneNote is being really slow, so let me see if I can find it. 10 evergreen keys to writing success. Yeah, it's mostly about mindset, I guess, but I did glean some decent little pointers from it. So that's going to be my next video. And then I'm probably going to also talk about HB90 method. The link is down below. The next class for HB90 boot camp starts on the 17th. And I have to admit, I did not follow the HB90 method for the past 3 quarters. So this quarter and 2 quarters before that. So, the holidays and then when we moved. It probably would have helped me out a lot if I had. But at the same time, I know my mindset and I know that trying to follow too strategic of a plan can be detrimental to my health. Not really physical health, but more mental health. Sometimes physical health too, because I get it in my mind that I have to do something because I have it written down. And therefore I sacrifice eating, or I sacrifice sleeping, or I sacrifice time for me to refill the well. So with that being said, instead of me following the HB90 method that I tweaked, I'm going to start fresh. I'm going to take the HB90 as it comes to me. I'm going to follow that procedure because that procedure, the HB90 method itself, is way more forgiving of my time and my mental health and my physical health than I am for myself and the method that I had tweaked in order to fit me better. So yeah. Yeah. That's the way it is. Hello, CL. Good morning, or good time zone, I should say. I'm not sure where you're from, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Morning, Broken. Hello. I'm sure you're at work. Eva says, I kept my son home for a mental health day and because he was out late at a hockey game last night. Yeah. He wanted to make his own breakfast. I sat on a video call with him as he showed me this process. Nice. That is cool. I'm just in the other room. That is awesome. Yeah, I don't really stay on track with a plan unless someone else is involved. Yeah. Codependency. Yes. Also, I find that whenever you make plans with somebody else, you're almost guilt tripped into keeping those plans. And Yeah, if it's their deadline, I won't miss it. Exactly. So if I'm helping somebody else, I'm fine. I will drop everything that I do for me in order to help them. But I also know that if I'm my real life friends, they drop the ball a lot. So in order to keep each other accountable for things, it doesn't happen. We might be good at it for like a month or so, and then it just dissipates out into thin air. And that's fine. I mean, we at least know uh our faults, I guess, and we know that we can't keep each other in track. So we need to find someone outside of our little group to keep us accountable for whatever goal that we are making. Uh, it's kind of funny because I know one of my friends is very gung ho. I mean, she's Energizer Bunny. She keeps going and going and going until she can't anymore because of her chronic illness. And that in and of itself is bad for her because she has a flare up. Uh, so I don't want to put more pressure on her. That's why I have you guys in this video, uh, this YouTube channel. He says, just whenever you have time. It's not a good phrase to tell me if I'm working with you. I'll literally never do it if I don't do it right then. I got you. Yeah, same with real life connections. We enable one another more than keep each other on track. Yeah, yeah. And like I said, we are usually more forgiving of others than we are of ourselves. And sometimes I think I need that person who is not going to be as forgiving, is kind of like on the same level in my mind of being harsh on myself, just so I can have somebody else say it. Does that make sense? Uh, yeah. I realize I'm saying a lot. I think it's because I'm trying not to cough. So I apologize. I really do. All right. Let's go ahead and get into another sprint. Yeah. Yeah. I'm considered doing editing more just for the deadline situation. I'd actually do it more. You're not saying anything a lot. Thank you. Thank you for the vote of confidence. I appreciate it. Also, if y'all hear snoring, I do apologize. The dogs are right behind me, and one of them is snoring fairly loud. I think it's the Rottweiler. Yeah, it's the Rottweiler. The deep grumbling of the Rottweiler. All right. Don't forget to hydrate. Don't forget to stretch if you've been sitting down for a while, and especially your fingers and wrists. So carpal tunnel will not settle in and create havoc for your day. You know what I mean. And don't forget to get some noms if you have some rumblies and the tumblies. And let's get this started in 3, 2, 1. Get up. Get on it, not get over it. Alrighty, how did everybody do? I still didn't get anything done. Because of course I didn't. But yeah. I'm probably just going to toddle around and not do much of anything today because, well, we've got a lot of things that we're doing together because Gonzo's off today too. So we're probably going to be, well, I know we're going to go to the laundromat so we can wash the dog beds and all that good stuff. And I'm kind of hoping that we'll go out to eat. Maybe some Mexican to help get rid of some of this sinus and allergy stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it today. Probably because I want to be outside again. Even though it's obviously bad for me. And the trees and the pollen are trying to kill me. Anyway, what did y'all get done? Hey Rachel, how you doing? Thank you for hitting the like button. Again, anyone looking for some more AuthorTube streams, check out the pinned message over on the chat. And yeah, that's how I feel precisely. All right. It just, yeah. I don't know what it is about today. And I haven't been getting enough sleep lately either. It's almost like I'm energized, but I'm not. I don't know. I got 2 of the 12 barrels weeded. Nice. That was it. Still, you got 2 of them done. That's awesome. I'm slowly collecting I forget the word. Oh my gosh. What is it? Corrugated steel? Galvanized, not corrugated. I got 2 of the, I think they're 4 foot in diameter, or 2 foot in diameter. Yeah, 2 foot in diameter, round galvanized steel planters, and I'm hoping to get about 4 more. And then I'm kind of thinking that in the middle, on the last 4 that I getting a long, probably 4 foot one, and putting it in the middle, one that has a bottom, and putting it in the middle. That way it's kind of like a tiered planter thing, but I'm not sure. Not sure at all. I'm also in the process of weeding through some plants, some seed packets to see what I want up front and what I want in the back. Because up front, I'm thinking about doing kind of like a gothic garden, purple, blue, black, maybe a couple little red ones, and going from there. While in the back, I want some more of my herbs and like fruiting. I've got a blueberry bush that I'm going to plant. I'm thinking about trying to get a cherry tree, like an actual cherry tree, just not one that blooms, but one that actually fruits as well. So yeah, cherry trees are a little bit on the expensive side, especially if you get them sent to you. But I really want a black cherry tree. Rachel says, we have raised barrels on wooden frames and I'm hoping to plant herbs and then microgreens. But I didn't do anything with them last year, so I only have thyme left and weedlings are sprouting. Yeah. Thyme's pretty hardy. Rosemary is too. You can basically kind of leave those alone and they do whatever they want. I've got, can't remember what I have on the way today. Let's see. I know I've got chives in it. I bought some seeds from this one website that I've been following for a long time. And of course, I can't think of names today. This is how it's going to be today. Fog brain because of allergies. The Alliance of Native Seed Keepers. So that's what I bought some of my seeds from that I have coming. And I've got chives, broccoli, lettuce, the Paris Island lettuce. It's kind of like it's a type of romaine. And then pea seeds, the snow pea seeds or snow peas, cauliflower, edamame, echinacea, rosemary, chamomile, oregano, mint, lemongrass, lavender, and then I have the chocolate cherry sunflowers coming, poppies, linums, which is a flax. It's a blue flax. Morning glory and the houses, Chinese houses. They're also known as Collinsia or whatever, but they're little Chinese. That's what my grandma called them, but I don't know if that's what they're supposed to be called. But Chinese houses, they're white on top and like a purple or blue on the bottom. They're really pretty. But yeah, I have all those coming. I really want to get some irises. Irises are my favorite flowers, so I'm probably going to plant them everywhere. But I'm really, really wanting to get some black irises, the purple ones, of course, and then also the bearded irises that are purple up top with the yellow on the bottom. And let's see what else. I don't want to get any hyacinths or snowball bushes because those are poisonous to dogs. But yeah, maybe some pansies. Maybe. Lavender, yes. I love lavender. Has some lavender popping back up. Lavender's pretty hardy too. Poppies, I think, are the hardiest. Poppies and irises, because they go just about through everything and they come back up. Daffodils and tulips too. I love making coffee syrups from those and cooking with the rosemary. Yes. Fancy. Nah. Ava says we just got some seeds and are going to start them inside and then move them into containers or the garden. We're not great gardeners. I get it. I've been out of the gardening thing for quite some time. Grew up on a farm, but yeah, it's been a while. I told myself that I wouldn't get back into it too. Here we are. Also got a grapevine. I want to start grapes. Yes, grapes are awesome, but they're like a long game. The first couple of batches that you get with grapes are going to be really, really sour until the vines age. But yeah, well, kind of like anything, the apple trees that you plant, the first few seasons, the apples are going to be either really, really sour or have kind of like a bitter aftertaste almost until the tree ages a bit. Usually the 5th year or the 5th season that they produce is usually the good one, or starting to be the good one, and you can really tell what kind of fruit you're going to have. Violets and clover is blooming. Yes. Violets are also some of my favorite flowers. I was a day shy of having it as my birth month flower because I was born on the 31st of January instead of the 1st of February. But mom and dad were both born in February, so I still had a lot of violets around. Violets are amazing. Both of them you can use for something. Clover, I think, well, clover you can make honey out of. If you set it around your beekeeping stuff, clover honey is amazing. Rachel says, I have a friend who has irises all over the lawn yard, and they kind of went wild. Yes, they do. If you don't cull them out a little bit, just like lilies, because they just feed off of each other and they just keep branching out underground. Kind of, sort of, they, yeah. The bulbs are weird with irises and lilies. It's they just multiply all in a row or all around each other and kind of tie into each other, and the roots get all tangled. Yeah. Tulips are awesome. Daffodils came up first. Yep, little yellow flowers that have already bloomed down your way just bloomed up here. All right. I know when daffodils come up that we have at least 2 more frosts. So I think when I read the almanac yesterday, the last frost that we're going to have around this area in North Carolina is going to be April 5th. So I'm hoping that I'm going to put a lot of my garden stuff out still, because they'll be underground still. They'll be germinating. And then hopefully after the frost, they'll come up. Want to get several fruit trees. I don't know if I'd see their fruit, though. It takes some years. Yeah. It's, like I said, 5 years, you kind of get an idea of what the fruit's going to be like off of them, if it's going to be sweet, sour, or whatever. But it usually takes a good 10 years for trees to really get into the swing of things. I know my great grandmother's trees, man, I don't know what they did to them, but they would have so many apples on them that the branches would break, like literally break from the weight. And she had June apple, golden delicious, crab apple, and there was one more. It was over in the corner. Can't remember what that corner is. But the golden delicious ones, those trees got absolutely huge because they didn't trim those. So you literally had to wait for the apples to fall off of that tree, because there was no way, unless you were a good climber, there was no way that you could get apples without them falling off. They looked like oaks. A lot of people thought that they were oaks until they got hit in the head with an apple. They were that big. Apples grow here. I want a tall apple tree that an adult could stand under. Yes. The delicious apples, they are really, really hardy. The trees are. So that might be an idea right there. Red delicious, golden delicious. They're also good for baking. The apples off of them. Let's see. Eva says our yard is very sloped and very wild. We can't do anything until I get someone here to mow it down, and we just had a nice storm. Ugh, yeah. Bush hogging wet ground is not a fun thing. There's an orchard farm here we can go picking at. They have golden delicious. They have the branches strapped down. None of those trees. Yeah. They, since it's an orchard, they trim them and shape them so that they're easier to pick off of. Or maybe it's red delicious. They have good apples either way. Yeah. Golden delicious are green, and red delicious are, of course, red. But golden delicious is like the skin on the apple is like a greenish yellow, and it's got tiny little pinpricks of brown in there, kind of like freckles. Whereas the red delicious has got tiny little pinpricks of yellow or white, kind of like freckles as well. somebody told me that Fuji apples grow well here, and I am not entirely sure if that's true or not. Just because we have such clay mud, and clay usually tends to make any kind of fruit a little bit more on the sour bitter side because of the iron content in it. Uh, so Fuji is really, really sweet. So I don't see how that happens. But you know, who am I to say? Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into our next sprint so that those of you who are actually doing stuff can get some stuff done. Oh goodness. All right. Don't forget to stretch. Don't forget to hydrate. Don't forget to eat if you haven't already. And let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Get at it. All right. How did everybody do? I dug out some quarters for our trip to the laundromat later. I have no clue what laundromats cost anymore because it's been 13 years. So, yeah, somewhere around in there. Yeah, probably 13 years since I've been to the no. 2013. So 11. Might have went up 50 cents per wash and dry for all I know. I don't know. Let's see. Nicole joined us. Hello, hello, hello. Broken Entertainment says, my favorite apple is Arkansas Black. I have never heard of it, so I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to look it up to see if I can find it around here. But yeah. Fuji, I think, is Fuji or Gala. One or the other is my favorite. To bake with Granny Smith and Golden Delicious are my favorites in those. Apple jelly out of Golden Delicious is amazing. Just FYI. I think I am going to end this stream here just so that I can get some more stuff done and I can feel the tickling in my throat getting worse. So yeah, I don't want to have a coughing fit this early in the morning just yet. Not yet. Brayburn, I think it's how it's spelled, is my favorite. I had to go to the co-op to find them. Yeah. Back home, we used to have this huge apple orchard. Telling you me and names today. Yeah, but we could get everything there. Everything. They had some apple breeds that I'd never heard of, kind of like Broken's Arkansas Black. They might have had it there. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Have a good day and hope it gets better. Yeah, me too. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for watching, and I hope y'all have a very productive and one of the best days of your lives. And I will see you. Oh, I will not be streaming next Thursday because I'm hoping to go with my dad to his doctor's appointment to see options, so to speak. But yeah, he's got cancer cells in his lymph nodes. So we're trying to see what kind of surgery he can do to get rid of it, because he's not wanting to do chemo at all. So yeah, I'm not going to be streaming next Thursday, and yeah, we'll go from there. I will see y'all the Thursday after that, on the 28th. Anyway, see y'all later. Bye.